you could pull into a pit stop and it repairs your car instantly, like in F1 races.
Obviously in racing though, you would keep all your damage that you already have.
No, they'd stop in a pit stop most likely. You get it repaired really fast.
I like the idea of keeping the damage. Dude, I cannot wait until we can finally do this.
Where are you even?
I just came out of what would be turn 4 if this was the oval. I think a good name for turn 4 would be the killer turn, because it's so sharp that if you go too fast, you're like off the track and into the tire barrier.
I mean, I'm all the way on the opposite side of the pit stop already.
Yeah, I see you. I just saw you, because I just entered the road course section. Slow down for this hairpin.
Am I gonna lap you?
Well, in this case, it wouldn't be lap because we're just testing. Dude, do you like this track? I honestly like this track.
You also need to make an oval eventually.
Well, this will. All I have to do to make this track an oval.
NASCAR's on it.
All I have to do to make this track an oval and a NASCAR event is move the containers off of the speedway, or move them to close. Hang on, listen. Move them to close off the road course section. Until we do the road course, obviously.
I'm talking about also.
And then take the cars. Take the cars and delete them, and then put a pace car, and then just put the stock cars with different sponsors on. That's literally all I would have to do to this track. Because obviously,
I'm talking about making it where there's a straight path on each side and then like a curved wall. What do you do when it turns nighttime and you don't have headlights?
Well, then you just better hope you memorize the track.
You need to put like street light post.
I'll probably put a couple lights up. But obviously, you wouldn't have to worry about your headlights being out unless if you hit the tire barrier in the killer turn. Like, the reason we're doing this practice is so the killer turn doesn't get you in the race.
We need to get some of the other people on there that are in this community.
Well, they would need to join because literally we only got 3 people doing this. Pappy is a tow truck driver, so he'll drive one of those flatbeds if we wreck and have to be out of the race.
If we wreck really bad.
Well, yeah.
If when you wreck, does it just take you out of the race? Like you lose all position?
Well, if you wreck, then you would obviously. It's your response. If you wreck really bad, it's your responsibility to let us know so we can go under caution, and so the tow truck can reach you. And obviously, in this race, you would want your brights on. I forgot to tell you that, but you would want your brights on at night because we're not going to impair like the other driver's ability to see with the bright lights, because obviously it's not a normal road, it's a road course, and the road course is so far away from like the bus stop and chicane that we're not going to blind anybody by using the bright lights.
Gaining.
I'm just now entering the road course. And
if this was a race, I'd be lapping you just about it.
Yeah, you would be just about lapping me.
Because I have not lit off my gas yet. I've been flooring it the entire time.
That would be caution, but we don't.
Yeah.
We're not gonna pace.
They need to make a car in GTA to where basically when you're like cruising in an RP or something, instead of having like a V8 or V6 in your car active, it swaps down to like a 4-cylinder or something. To where your car can just keep at a steady pace. You hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
That'd be pretty cool though.
It would. Dude, I can't get over this. Even though this track is not perfect, it's still a good track. I mean, I'm going to eventually try to make it look more like Daytona someday.
I'm pretty sure I actually have one of my own races. I don't know if I still have it saved, but
That was close. I almost completely missed the chicane back there. And like I said, that's a stop and go if you miss it.
I created a 100 checkpoint race.
Cool.
And
So, what would you rate this race?
About 8 out of 10. You'd get a full 10 if it had like walls and like lights.
Well, it's only gonna have walls around the turns because they only limit you to 200 props. So around the turns, it's gonna have the wall. It's gonna have like concrete walls.
Oh, wait, I blinked. I didn't even realize I was about to fly off.
Yeah, you would have been out of luck there. Do you want to do a, do you want to, do like a race start again?
Like where we actually do like a legitimate race start?
Yeah, so, let me catch up to you, and we're gonna pace, obviously. We'll do like,
I need to swap my car because this needs severe damage.
We'll do a 2-lap pace, and then we'll just hit the gas when we come back around to the finish line.
I'm definitely sticking with these cars, these flat cars. I'm on the way back at the pit stop again.
Yeah, I wish, Rockstar would just let you use templates of racetracks, you know, like if somebody builds a track like that's pretty much Daytona, where it has the road course and the, chicanes and the, yeah, stuff like that. Alright, ready? Let's go.
Hey, you could get in the actual racing spot, but... So we're just going slow for like the first 2 laps.
Right.
So I need to keep it under 60.
Now, obviously, like I said, there's a finish line there, but that's not the start or finish line. That's just there because of that sign.
I'm pretty sure my car...
That's like the sharpest turn you'll ever make, that hairpin. Other than the killer turn.
Well, that one turn that involves a drop down. There's going to be a lot of crashes there, and you know it. I wish they would make it to where we could use gear shifting.
So we'll do like a 3-lap, practice race when we get going here.
I really want to use my phone to talk and then use my steering wheel to drive.
Well, you can use your steering wheel.
I'm not going to be able to talk to you because I have a headset plugged into my controller.
Well, the drivers don't communicate with each other anyway. And if worse comes to worse and you do wreck, you can use Zello to get a hold of everybody.
Slow down a little bit. So one more lap and then we'll floor it.
Right. Best thing about this track is it takes a minute to get around. And the longer it is, the better.
How many laps are we gonna do before one of us wins?
It's just a practice race, so nobody's gonna win, nobody's gonna lose.
I actually want to try to compete around this once, though.
Oh. Hang on, the round ended.
Did you also get round, loser?
Hang on.
Dang, I actually at least made cash.
So, that's right, it's 7 rounds. So, whoever starts the race in the car will go all 7 rounds, and then we'll swap drivers. Okay, so obviously just get back to your car, we'll do our last pace lap, and then we'll just floor it. Because we already did.
We're gonna restart the pace lap.
Because we already did, 1 pace lap, so we'll just do the,
Why does that give us guns immediately?
This is a capture. Well, obviously it's not supposed to be played as a capture, but this is made in a capture, so it automatically gives you a weapon, and I can't seem to turn them off for some reason.
So you claim that lime car?
Yes, the slime car is 100% mine. So obviously use your brights.
Why is there a convertible Corvette?
I don't know. One
thing
day,
about these flat cars is they take a lot quicker damage than those.
One day
Corvettes.
I'll probably get rid of the Corvettes and add in the Lamborghini in that car you're driving right there, and so that we can have a pace car, because a pace car is kind of needed.
I really want to test this car's 0 to 60.
Well, I mean, when we get back around to the start-finish line, you can do that.
Yeah, but you're already gonna be ahead.
Slow down a little bit so I can catch you. I'm flooring it right now. Because when we're pacing, we're supposed to stay close together.
So it's kind of fair.
Right. And when you start a race, or restart a race, the cars are always side by side and close together.
Last couple of turns right here.
Yep, we got the killer turn.
Ah!
That's why I call it the killer turn. Hang on, wait for me, wait for me.
Because if cars are also too close together, they'll instantly crash.
Yeah. Alright,
So
wait.
as soon as we cross this line, we go?
Floor it, floor it, floor it, floor it, floor it. Obviously, you're gonna want to use the brake or just let off the gas like a whole bunch to enter turn 1.
This car is definitely a lot faster and has a lot better handling.
That would not be a caution. We would just keep driving. Because in IMSA, they don't throw cautions if a car spins. At least from what I've seen in the Rolex 24, they didn't do it. I don't know if they do that when it's on an oval, if they even do ovals. But I know in the Rolex 24 last night, they did not throw a caution whatsoever for a spinner.
So what kind of car would this be in real life?
I don't even know, dude.
Imagine this track with F1 cars though.
Oh yeah, the Formula 1 cars will do this track.
You need to try to recreate this again, but put F1 cars on it just so we could try that.
Well yeah, that's what I'm planning to do eventually.
That'd be a pretty fun season of F1 cars.
The F1 season will start immediately after this season.
At the killer turn, you can just jump instantly. You could jump from that top piece to the bottom piece if you stick to the side.
So we got 2 to go. This is lap 2 out of 3. So we're just running a scenario as if this was the final 3 laps of the Rolex 24. Obviously, when it's daylight in the game, we keep racing because it's 24 real hours.
You're trying to floor it. This car's just too fast. After we're done with these last 2 or 3 laps, I want to show you what I was talking about at the killer turn, okay?
Alright. And there's winners in the different classes too. We'll just say that's an Acura. So like, if you're first place, you win the Acuras. And if I'm in first place of the Lamborghinis, I win the Lamborghinis. So we both technically, well, you win the whole entire race, but I win for, like, you know, my group, if that makes sense. Because that's what they did in the Rolex 24. Like, who's ever in first place in their groups.
All the way back on the drive track again.
Well, this will be the white flag lap. Ooh.
What's that wrong?
Had to stop and go because, I missed the chicane a little bit. So the white flag's in the air.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I just entered the road course because I had to stop and go.
I just left the road course.
Yeah.
Because I'm not letting off for nothing.
Unless if a caution was to happen, but
Yeah.
I don't know how in NASCAR, if the leader takes the white flag under green, the next flag ends the race, but I don't know how they do it in IMSA. I think they'll throw a caution and do another restart.
Thing is, if we start a drag racing RP every Wednesday, if we did, we'd obviously have to get people with their tow trucks to tow the drag cars there. We're gonna have to get people with people that are able to flag us down and all that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get people that can afford cars, wheelie bars and stuff.
I'll probably be an official, or no, I'll be a truck driver to drive the car to the race?
Because it's probably got to take a full session for a drag racing RP.
You probably crossed the start-finish line already?
Yep.
So checkers will be in the air when I come by. You're on the cooldown lap then.
So haven't I technically already won this technically?
You won for your class. I'm about to win for mine. Because obviously we're the only two in here. Checkers is in the air. Too fast. I went too fast on the cooldown lap. So I almost crashed into the can.
Okay, so we're done now with those
Yeah, wait
laps.
for me so you can show me that,
Yeah, because I'm already at the killer turn.
I should be there. Give me a few seconds. Because I'm in the hairpin. I'm in the hairpin right now.
He's like, give me a few seconds. I'm just sitting over here waiting for you.
I'm exiting the road course part here in about... Now, I'm exiting the road course. How many people you think is gonna wreck?
A lot, unless they take this technique I'm about to show you.
The killer
Because I'll
turn
show you-
we might see a couple cautions in this one because of that killer turn. That's why I call it the killer turn, because it's so sharp that if you go too fast, you could end up in the tire barrier.
It's gonna put a lot of people out of the race right there.
Yeah. After we're done here, I'm going to take.
You want me to show you the technique?
I'm
for all
going
the turns?
I'm going to take and I'm going to delete the Corvettes, put another Lamborghini in and another Acura. We're just going to call that an Acura, even though it's probably not. And then I'm going to put in a pace car.
Okay, watch.
And
if
then
you
we'll
stick to the side right there, you just instantly make it over. And you can also keep your momentum around this turn. You can, like, basically just skip turns. So you're gonna have to definitely put up barriers every so often.
Alright, so do you want me to go do that now, and then once I get that done, we can, and the pace car in, then we can practice for the pace car? Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I get 20 grand. Or now 13 grand. At least we make some good cash off of this.
Dude, this is gonna be such...
Dude, I'm just excited. I'm gonna be making big bank off of these races.
But, I mean, you gave it an 8 out of 10, but do you like it at least?
I'd say so.
It's kind of interesting, though. It kind of, you know, makes you think, okay, we're not doing an oval, we're doing a roval.
So can I just go play whatever game mode I want to now?
Don't do that just yet, because I want to,
Wait, will it let me replay that by myself?
No, I have to be in there.
So does it require 2 teams?
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna change that other team to drivers as well, because the only reason I called it lookouts, you know, is if, like, you're the, flatbed truck driver, or the, rescue truck.
You should just put it as a tow truck driver, because that's gonna confuse a lot of people.
Well, the rescue truck is that pickup truck, so I'll just say pickup truck.
You're gonna have to, they're gonna have a tow truck and that normal truck, aren't they?
Nope,
So
somebody,
to...
two people will be in the tow trucks, and then somebody will be in that pickup, and basically that pickup truck comes out with the tow trucks, you know, they're gonna ask you, like, obviously, yeah, right, you know,
So that red truck's basically gonna be like an ambulance. Will it not let you put like an ambulance or anything in there?
you can only have 5 different vehicle types.
Besides that red pickup, can you not put it like an ambulance replacing it?
The reason I have the red pickup is so that because that's what they have in real life. Um,
Now that I have money, I can actually go upgrade my car again. Yeah. Honestly, I might go try to recreate my 100 lap race. I did it as an off-road race, by the way.
did you see that?
Yeah, I
Did
saw
you,
the picture.
dude? What do you think?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
One of us needs to try to create like an actual oval track with like the curved walls and stuff.
You would have to
And
look that up, and I'm not that good yet.
I know how to do it and do it right the first time.
I am learning.
It's going to take me a second though, because I haven't made a race in forever though.
Okay, I put some in the
Just so
turn.
we could test it out, do you think instead of the Corvette, here in a minute, you could try to put like a Lamborghini there? No, I mean a F1 car, just so we could test it out on the track.
Um, yeah, I guess.
Just so we could test it out to see if they actually work on that track.
I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't.
I wish it was possible. Do you know how to make it to where you could use your like traction for your tires?
No, I don't.
Uh, Because that's one of my favorite kinds of races, where you can choose what kind of traction
I
you have on
I
your
just
tires.
put I just put up a couple of shipping containers around the turn.
You need to lower the track at the death, like death thing or whatever. The death corner, or is what I'm gonna call it. You need to
Well,
put a drop down right there.
if I do that, it would be even more dangerous
Why?
because it would be so sharp that practically everybody would get into trouble on it.
I'm not
Ooh,
asking you
purple.
to judge anybody in the community, but if you had to choose who's the best driver in the community, who would you say?
Well, from what I've seen, you did drive pretty cool.
I play a lot of racing, drifting, all that kinds of games. I play
Cool.
Need for Speed Heat. That's what I do when I'm not
Oh shoot, I
like
gotta put a.
doing it.
I'll just delete the Xantorno for now, and I'll put a F1 car there. But I'm gonna have to come put that back
Yeah, I know.
before we start the season.
Here, just wait till
Oops.
I have you tell you to invite me, okay? Cause I'm trying to do something real quick to a car.
Okay. Dude, this is gonna be so great.
I'm gonna send you a picture of a car here in just a minute, and I want you to tell me if I'm able to use it. Like, no, I'm not gonna be able to. Does it have a plate? Yeah, dang it.
Alright, for right now, I'm gonna delete this red truck so I can place the F1 car.
If I create this car that doesn't have a plate, can I still drive it off-road?
I don't see why not.
It's technically like a track car anyways. You're probably gonna laugh, although I don't know if you've seen this car before.
I
Yeah,
just
go ahead
gotta
and look at that picture.
I just gotta test it for both. Anyway,
If we could get a couple of people using these, we could actually start up like another job for RP.
dude, that would be. You know what would really be sick to put on my track I just made there?
Uh,
Rally cars.
yeah, you can make this rally car though from just a rusty truck.
The thing is, though, I wish they would allow you to upgrade them.
I'm
Like, you
pretty
know,
sure the truck I'm driving is the cheapest truck you could get in the entire game.
like in creator mode, I wish you could upgrade the cars, because then they could have like spoilers, you know, any sponsor you want. And I want a turn in the Formula One car too. So when you're done, when we're
Why
done
not?
with the
Why don't you place down two?
because you can only place 5 different vehicle types, and I had to delete the red rescue truck so I could add that. I hope that eventually they make it to where you can have more than just 5 different vehicle types, like maybe 10, because then you could have a fire truck and ambulance as well, instead of just having a rescue truck and then add a couple more rescue trucks in there. But then they would
Okay, hang
also
on.
have to update the amount of people that could be in there, which I say it should be unlimited.
You know how big servers on there would start getting? It would just be too
Well,
full, and the
well, we
game
would
would
all.
start lagging out.
Well, the thing is, though, we would get to. I should have been more specific. We would get to pick how many people can be in our lobby. There's 38 cars in the IMSA race, but we can only have like 20 something because 30 people max. You got 2 tow truck drivers
You can only get 16 people in a session.
plus the rescue truck plus the pace car. Like, like
You wanna go ahead and invite me now, if you're
we
done.
could we could have 38. I gotta load in first to the online server. We could have like, if they allowed us to do unlimited, we could have 38 race cars, 1 pace car, 2 tow trucks. Um, Obviously they would have to update how many vehicles we could put. A rescue truck, fire truck, and ambulance, and then a white pickup for the AMR safety team.
A fire truck would be pretty cool in this.
Well, maybe I'll just put that in instead of the pickup truck. I'll just put in a rescue fire truck.
You're gonna want to put in a fire truck because if that would be more realistic because if a car was to catch on fire.
It technically is realistic having a pickup truck though, because they have pickup trucks at the track. That's what the AMR safety team drives, and that's what the fire rescue drives, unless if they need a fire truck.
It'd also be realistic to have an ambulance as well. So in case the person is injured, the ambulance can come get them.
Well, they have an infield care center at the track, so they could just ride on the fire truck to the infield care center. That looks pretty cool. But yeah, I want to turn at the IndyCar too when you're done, okay?
Okay. I even have my racing suit on now. I have my
I'm
legitimate racing suit.
I will race I will race the IMSA, I will race IndyCar, I'll race the NASCAR, and I'll race rally cars.
Let's go ahead and get this started.
Oh, you know what'd be also really sick to put on here?
Huh.
racing bikes, and then better yet, even those rally trucks and stuff like that. And
So finally he said,
yeah, stuff like that. So I'm gonna be
"Okay."
competing in a lot. I'm gonna be competing in a lot of races, but some cases I will be like the fire truck guy or something.
So where's the F1 car at? Is it
All
by
the
all
way
the
to the
other
front,
trucks?
all the way to the front of the pack. Yeah, so I'm gonna follow you behind. I'm gonna follow behind you in my Lamborghini, and then after a lap, we're gonna pull on the pit road. I'm gonna park my Lamborghini for a minute, and then I'm gonna hop in the F1 car. And then I'm gonna go around in the F1 car, bring it back, park it. I'm gonna hop back in my Lamborghini, and I'm gonna have
And
you
I can just,
practice with the pace car. And then I'll do the same thing for you.
hey bro, this has a lot better handling for this track. You barely even have to slow down on turns. We're just gonna have to watch it on like when you fall off of the track or anything.
Yeah. And obviously, if you fall off the track, since there's gonna be like a whole pack of cars competing, you have to wait until cars stop coming. So, what do you think about those containers there? You think that would stop somebody? We only
I'm
need
not
them.
talking about on turns or anything, but
Well, we only need them on the turns, because the straightaways you're not really gonna lose control. And the only time you would really lose control is if you get spun. But chances are you're not gonna fall off the racetrack if you get spun.
it actually handles pretty well.
Alright, like I said, I want to try it, and we'll both practice using the pace car. Now, obviously, we're gonna go the full 3 laps. And
Before we start doing that,
yeah, and I will tell you when to turn off the lights on the pace car.
tell me when you want to use this.
I want to use it like when you come back off the road course.
So after
pull
this
it.
lap, you want to use it.
Yeah, pull it up behind me. And if you could have unlimited people, instead of having to completely quit the job to switch drivers, you could literally just pull on a pit road and switch drivers and then go. Like, that'd be also cool about that.
See how good the turning is on this?
Yeah. I wish Sony was actually watching us play this game right now.
Only if they would watch your lives.
They should watch the lives, actually. I mean, they
They
practically view the comments in the message group, so I'm sure they would see my channel name. Literally, like, I've sent it so many times to people. So obviously, we're in the Alamo, on top of the Alamo Sea.
This thing also has very good breakage.
Alright, just wait here for me to get back.
You're gonna enjoy that right there. Honestly, might try to save this so I can just load into it anytime. If you leave a like on it, doesn't it save it to your favorites or whatever?
I don't know.
It would be fun to try to have F1 cars in here. People would be fighting over them a lot.
I know what F1 cars look like. The car I'm driving right now is the Indy car, but the F1 cars have a different, like, the other 3 open wheel cars are the F1 cars. And the best thing about the best thing about the Indy cars is you can actually put sponsors on them, so we can actually have sponsors for the IndyCar races.
I wish you would let 2 people at a time. Like, 2 people could try to create a race at the exact same time. Like, they could load into the same creation.
Yeah.
And both be working on the same thing.
Yeah, but hey dude, maybe we should make that suggestion to Rockstar. Because then guess what? My tracks would be more perfect if you were helping me make them. Because you know what you're doing when it comes to building tracks.
Because I do it a lot.
Yeah. Alright, hop in that cop car, because that's the pace car, pretty much.
So if you, you go flying off the track, I need to drive this.
And
Is this cop car chrome?
yeah, I changed the color on it. So obviously, yep, turn on your lights.
So do I need to just drive in front of you?
Right. And obviously, you don't get to do the oval either. You have to run on the road course. Because that's the track we're running on. Well, not you specifically, whoever drives the cop car. And obviously, you go slow too, because you don't want to lose the field.
You should have the cars start at that, is there a sign?
Nope, I want them to start where the, on the oval part of the track. If I can find something else to put there without the finish line, then I'm gonna do that.
Are you streaming this so if the other people want to see it, they can?
Yeah.
Although they're going to be watching an entire season of this.
And how I'm going to manage out the
How many pace laps are we going to do?
3.
So we got to do this 3 times?
Yeah. How I'm going to manage out the lives when we do the actual 24-hour event is we'll do 6 hours on one live. And then we'll do we'll start up another live, do 6 hours on that one, and just keep doing it like that until the whole race is completed.
I'm trying to stick to the center of the road because that's normally what they do.
Yeah. Just go up a little bit so I can catch you.
Dude, you're in that Lamborghini. I wish that. Wait, is it possible for you to add the Bugatti Chiron?
They don't run Bugattis. That's why I didn't add it.
Imagine how good that would be on this track, though. It's got good handling. It doesn't really spin off that much.
We'll probably found our own series for that, where it will be nothing but Lamborghinis and Bugattis.
So basically everything with speed.
Yep.
Even a cop car spins out every so often. And doesn't want to stop or anything.
Obviously, since you're a car, you would turn on your headlights as well when it gets dark, if you're outpacing the field. I kind of wish you could have a car with yellow lights in here.
There's another tow truck that you can get that on. I don't know if they allow you to use it. It's the tow truck from story mode.
Yeah, that's not in creator. I feel like those should be in Creator at least if they're not going to be in online. Because in Creator, obviously, if you make a race or something and you're trying to do a realistic race like NASCAR, or IMSA or IndyCar or anything like that.
They should make a bulldozer that could pull cars.
Dude, that truck you showed me, we should even put that on here.
That's a custom car, though. So everybody would have to own one that's customized like that, and you'd have to turn on custom cars.
So when we cross the start-finish line, that'll be one pace lap to go, so you would turn off your lights when we hit the start-finish line.
And then once the final lap, you just watch by.
Nope. After we come out of the road course and the chicanes, then you would pull off on the pit road. Basically, what's going to happen is on the final lap, since we're going to be flooring it and we're fast, you're going to get as far ahead of us as possible so that you can pull off the track safely. And then we're just going to be pacing until we hit the restart area.
I'm currently have on my radio.
So obviously when we hit the start-finish line, you're going to turn off your lights.
And then I need to speed up a little bit as well.
You do that when we enter the oval turn 3. So slow up a little bit.
Is it a specific speed limit they have to go when doing this?
No, but on pit road you should go slow, not just fly on by. And obviously, like I said,
when you're doing this for me, can I use the F1 car?
We're gonna try the F1 car in a minute, but I want you to try one of these cars first, just so you can get used to it, since you're gonna be driving one of these cars. And then, yes, we'll both take a turn in the F1 car.
I'll use that other flat car, because I'm really good with that one on turns. I feel like after this lap, you should actually try to just speed run a lap real quick to make it realistic a little bit. Just so it gets us both ready and used to it. You know what I'm talking about?
So, yeah. So after after you go through, after we both of us go through the turn 3 or the chicane here on the back straightaway, you're gonna speed up and get as far away from me as possible. Go through the front chicane. No, the chicane where the C can's blocking it down there to keep you from doing the oval. To tell you that it's a road course layout. You're gonna speed up, go through the front one, and then get on pit road. So exit and then speed. And obviously we'll still be back here pacing, so.
At about 30-40 miles an hour.
And we'll enter turns 3 and the killer turn here. And then we will go through the chicane here.
I'm not the best driver with the police cars.
We will come out of the chicane and we'll pace for a little bit. And then once we hit the entrance to pit road, we're going to hit the gas pedal. And green flag would be in the air, so then we're going to head on around here. And I'm going to do a lap before I come around and get in the pace
that's what I was talking about.
You know, obviously we'll be racing, so we'll be speeding on the racetrack at this point in time.
It's gonna be hard getting used to this.
That's why practice makes perfect, and we'll practice this with everybody before we do the actual race itself. Hopefully
before we start the season?
Well, before we start the race. We'll do that every week before we start the race. Hopefully we can start it this weekend, obviously here with the 24-hour, and then the following weekend will be the 16-hour. That will be on a
Do we
different road
do we
course.
really have to be that realistic?
Oh yeah, that's the
Because
idea of the
I'm
season.
not gonna be able to stay on the whole time during the races. I'll probably be able to do like 8 laps of a race.
Well, the point is in between your turns you get to sleep if you want
For how long?
until it's your turn to go back in. So if you start the race,
And how long is it in between each of us? So
if you
30 minutes?
if you start the race, you won't have to get back in the car for 60 minutes
So I'll be able to sleep for an hour.
because it's 30 minutes in between. Yeah, so you'll go in for 30 minutes, come out for 30 minutes, and it will keep doing that until we completed the full 24 hours.
I got my car ready.
Unfortunately for... Oops, I missed the thing, so I'm just going to back up here. Unfortunately for me, I'm in the same vehicle for the full 24 hours, so... Because I have to manage the job, so there's no way I can, you know, go for an hour and rest up and then get back, you know, to the race and stuff.
What vehicle are you gonna be using?
That green Lamborghini.
I like these cars because they're super low to the ground.
So, like, here's the deal. You'll go in for 30 minutes, and, you know, if you, obviously, if it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, then you could sleep until 2 o'clock in the morning. Then 2 o'clock, you have to get up, get
I'm
back
just
in
gonna
the
have to
car.
stay up for a full 24 hours because I can't just sleep for an hour.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying, is
My
like
body
some
doesn't
people
let me
might
do
not.
that.
Some people won't be able to just sleep for an hour and then get back on, then sleep for an hour, you know.
Sorry. Well, that would be an immediate caution right there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if we were racing. We should be yeah, we're exiting the road course now.
So aren't we doing 3 laps of this?
Yes. So, when we cross the start-finish line, this time by, my lights will stay on, but then the following time by, they'll turn off, indicating that I will be pulling onto pit road and letting you go. After that.
Is there any way I can go for just a second? Can we pull this over for a second and then continue?
Yeah, let's get in the chicane real quick.
Damn it.
Alright.
I have to do laundry.
So yeah, basically this is 24 real hours.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it.
Obviously I'm going to be... Well then in that case, if you can't make it, you know, like 24,
I might be
then...
able to be a tow truck driver.
Well, you'd have to make it 24 hours for that because there's no driver change.
Yeah, but then I'd actually have something to do for 24 hours. Besides
But-
just sitting there holding a button down the entire time.
Okay, well then do you want to be a tow truck driver instead? Or the pace car
Yeah,
driver? I mean, you did
about
pretty good.
You have to think about it. How long does the pace car driver drive for?
He only drives when there's a caution, and he obviously paces the field to start the race.
He basically drives caution in front of the tow truck driver.
Yeah, but obviously you might want to stay off the track, but just drive around, you know, the entire track, so you don't get kicked for idling.
Or just gently move whenever it says it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just watch YouTube or something.
Well,
With
wouldn't
my
you want to
kids,
watch
because it's
us?
pretty
That way,
cool.
if there's a caution, you can just
Yeah, I'd be
easily...
listening though. I'd be listening. I'd have my headset on. Ain't you only get 16 people in this job?
No, 30.
Oh. So the size of the session?
Yeah. So obviously, this time when we cross the start-finish line, my lights will go off.
And then I have to pace one more.
Yeah, and then we'll go through the road course, through the chicanes, and then I'll pull onto pit
And
road.
then
And
I
then,
can run
yeah.
me a lap.
Yeah, you can run a lap, and then we'll do the same thing with the Formula 1 car. The pace laps, and then we'll run a lap.
So you can decide if you want to remake this with the F1 car.
Oh, I'm not gonna remake it with the F1 cars until we do the 24-hour race here with these cars. Once the 24-hour race ends, then I will add
That'd be
the
something
Indy cars.
fun here off of your stream for all of the boys.
What I'm saying is we'll run the Rolex 24, and then once that ends, I will go and delete all the cars, and then put in the Formula 1 cars instead. Road courses are the best tracks in my opinion.
This kind right here. I like these with drift cars and stuff, you know?
Oh, there's drift trucks in the game we're gonna put on this track too. We're gonna put drift trucks, rally cars, Formula 1 cars, NASCARs, stuff like that, dude.
You're just gonna have to remake it every so often, like like rearrange the track to different races.
Well, that would be easy, because if I want an oval race, all I gotta do is take those two containers and move them to block the entrance and exit to the road course. If I want to do a road course race, then I'll use them to block.
Did you actually try that just so we could test it out?
That'll probably be something I'd do tomorrow, because
Yeah,
obviously
kiddo.
I have school,
So do I.
and I ain't really got, you know, all night to keep rearranging the track and stuff. Obviously, someday this will look like the real Daytona International Speedway with the road course and stuff.
So how many days is each season gonna be?
Well, if we can get enough people, this Saturday will be race 1. The following Saturday will be race 2. Don't speed up because I'm trying to get away from you. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, and all that stuff. So obviously you continue to pace while I outrun you.
I'm just keeping it at like a solid 65.
Because that's what they do in IMSA. Is the pace car outruns the cars to pit road, and then the cars just get the green flag.
So that the pace car can get to a safe point.
Right. But in NASCAR, they keep pacing, and then the pace car just pulls off at the last minute. And there you go, you are green.
We should try out the tow trucks, because I don't know if they actually work on this car.
Well, either what we'll do, is if we'll probably back the cars on there so that they actually do go on there. Obviously, you would want to hold the backup button and do the burnout, that way the car stays up there. And if it won't go up there, the tow truck's gonna go slow, and you're just gonna keep crashing into the tow truck as if it was pulling you to pit road. Are you already out of the Yeah, you're already out of the road course.
I am flooring it, my G.
Okay, I'm gonna hop out of here. Or no, I'm not. I'm gonna stay in here because you're gonna get in the Formula 1 car. And while you're doing that real quick, I'm gonna... Do you just want to do one pace lap with the Formula 1 car?
Yeah, one pace lap. So, you just want to not use your sirens?
I'm gonna use the lights.
So, like we're doing the final siren, like the final lap?
I'll turn them off when we exit the backstretch chicane. Near the NASCAR turn 3.
These cars get up to speed quick. These things using boost, which there is no boost in this, is there?
No, because you can't customize them in creator mode.
Oh, yep, there is boost.
Other than you can put the livery on it if it has a livery.
No, look. There is a boost.
Oh shoot, you made me go off the track. Hang on. You're supposed to be behind me.
But there is a boost though, dude. Here, I'll show you when I go flying by at the very last part.
Well, you're not gonna fly by me, you're gonna... Obviously, I'm going to speed up and do the same thing I did last time.
That would actually be pretty realistic, like pretty good though, if they did where all the cars just flew past you. Like they just all in around.
Yeah, but on
like, very slowly.
On a short track, that would be very dangerous, because the car, literally, you wouldn't even have enough time to escape. The cars would be back around the track in a snap of a finger.
I'm trying to keep to the side of the track, like realistic, because most likely in a race there would be a car right next to me. Wouldn't there, most likely?
Yes.
Because isn't that normally how they do it? They have two, and two.
Yeah. But obviously, since there's an odd number of cars, there'll be only one car in last place.
So I need to slow it down after this. So, like, I need to stay back, yeah.
I forgot to turn off the lights on the backstretch and outrun you.
see that boost kick in?
Oh, I just hit the cars on the
You hear me?
pit road. Yeah, I heard you. Up the round ended. So you'll just go
So,
do your lap, okay? What we already paced you.
okay.
You'll just go do
There
your
is
lap.
a boost though, dude. That's pretty cool.
So obviously the Formula 1 cars and Indy cars, they will not do the oval, they will do the road course. And basically everything we're gonna put on this track will do the road course and the oval. You know what'd be really cool? Have the motorcycles and four wheelers and stuff like that do the oval as well.
You know the only problem that there's gonna be if we do start doing drag racing RPs?
What?
There's gonna be people trying to use like their what is it, arena war cars and all that. If you run to the front, you're already at all the good cars.
And like I said, this is in 7 rounds. So obviously the same driver will be in the car for all 7 rounds. And then what will happen is, get in the car and go do your lap. What will happen is, after the 7 rounds are up and we have to go back in the job, the new driver will hop in the car once we get in the job, and then we'll just continue from there. Like, we won't even have to pace. We'll just leave pit road and get back out on the track and race. Obviously, if there's a caution, that will slow us down, and well, there will be a...
Do you actually let me try to win this round by collecting a briefcase? So I can get some cash before we quit?
Well, that'll probably be something we do tomorrow. Because I still gotta get all my clothes out. You know.
Well, I just have to collect the briefcase right there at the end.
Well, when we're done, yeah, you can collect the briefcase when we're gonna get off. Are you almost back around?
Almost.
Oh, and by the way, the cop car may have a different light bar on it when the round ends, because this time it has the old school light bar on it.
Do you see me?
I don't see you on the map yet.
Now I do.
I
went past.
Now I do.
Accidentally passed.
Just pull in, yeah, just pull in right there. Alright, and then you can pull in front
Do
of
you
me
know how
with
to
the
use
pace car.
boost? Do you know how to use boost?
Yeah, I do.
The button used, the button you use to steer, you push it down.
Okay, make sure you, I was gonna say make sure you turn on the lights.
Yeah, you didn't even see me show up on the map because of how fast I was going.
Well, no, because sometimes in jobs your thing disappears off the map. It's pretty much like you're off the radar, but you're not at the same time.
Thing is, the tires on that might be burnt out now, so be careful when you're taking sharp turns. Like when you're going really fast. Because GTA decided to add those graphics, but not actual fighting graphics and stuff.
I'm gonna do this in first person.
I didn't even think of that.
I'll let you go a lap in first person before we quit.
And before you let me collect that briefcase before we quit.
Yeah. Because
So
after you go your lap in here in first person, then you can collect that briefcase. I think we have to finish out the rounds, so you'll have to just keep collecting it, and then yeah, stuff like that.
Do you make more money collecting more of them?
I don't know.
Is it whoever has the most of those at the very end wins?
I think so.
So after...
Turn your lights off. And then just accelerate.
Well, that was clean.
I think in NASCAR, when NASCAR hits this track, at least on the road course part, the killer turn's gonna get everybody. But on the oval,
because the cars spin up way too quick.
but on the oval, they should obviously know that.
I wish they would let you put this kind of police siren on any car.
Yeah. Because RPs would be more realistic.
And they would let you put police lights on any car as well. Sorry, somebody sent me a TikTok.
Yeah, I sent you those TikToks.
No, I got sent another TikTok to somebody else. I would have left my mic on, but then I thought about, aren't you still live? Are you live still?
Yeah.
Gaming? Yeah, I thought about copyright. Which you really do care about copyright, don't you?
Yeah. So, I want to practice the pit stops real quick before we do that. I decided to do that because obviously those yellow lines right there will be the pits. We're gonna get one of the cars that we're gonna be using for this event, and we're gonna practice the 2-car rule.
Yeah, I gotta do all that, okay.
Alright. And then when you come back around, we're gonna practice the 2-car pit rule. Which obviously, only 2 cars are permitted on pit road at one time. That will be first and second. Then when those 2 leave, third and fourth. Which would be first and second when we leave the track.
Isn't it a requirement for everyone to go to the pit stop at least once during the 24 hours?
During the 24 hours, you're gonna be in and out of the pits. Like, I don't know how many times exactly in the 24 hours, but I know you'll be in the pits, and then probably, well, not probably, every 30 minutes, everyone will be in the pits, and then you just run. Obviously, we'll pretend like we're full of gas.
Everyone has to go into it.
Not everyone.
Everyone has to go to the pits because they have to swap with somebody.
You know how the time ends? When we're in the rounds? There's 7 rounds. So when that round ends and we go back in, we'll just run, get in our car. We'll pretend like it's full of gas and the tires are repaired and stuff. And then we'll just get on the road and go. Like, obviously, if we're not under caution, we'll get in and go. If we're under caution, we'll follow the pace car for the pace laps. And then obviously the 2-car pit rule during the race.
So it would stop just about like this?
Right, so let's say we go green flag for like, I don't even know how many laps, but it's like a while under green flag. Then we would, like, how about every 15 laps? Or 10 laps, 10 laps. Every 10 laps, we'll go to pit road and get tires and
Tell
fuel.
me when I can collect that briefcase before the round ends.
Alright, follow me. So basically,
Are
we're
we
under...
gonna run a lap real quick?
Yeah. So let's say we're on lap 10, and now, if we don't go to pit road, we're gonna run out of fuel this time. Obviously, we're on the road course, so we're not just gonna turn around. We'll run the track around the track once, come back around, and we'll dive into pit road.
That's one thing we're gonna have to worry about is people running into each other and running each other off the roads.
Well, that's why around that you should have been slowed down a little bit before you hit it. That way, because obviously that's a heavy braking area. That's a hairpin. That's like the sharpest, well, not the sharpest, but that's a pretty sharp turn. The killer turn is the sharpest turn on this track. So that's also a braking zone.
Imagine if every single one of those turns was a drop down.
Wait for me, because we'll probably be running up next to each other when we dive into the pits. And you don't want to just floor it through the pits, because that's a stop and go penalty. Wait for me when you get to that chicane. You know, you want to go slow.
Actually, I'm going pretty slow right now.
Wait for me, wait for me.
So about this going in?
Yep, and then...
Wait, I accidentally went over the white line.
Park.
It's supposed to be lined up. Your front bumper is supposed to be on that very front yellow line.
Yeah. And then obviously you sit here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you just drive off. So we can collect that briefcase now.
And I'll go start collecting it.
And then I'm gonna go back and switch that Formula 1 car.
Where's the briefcases?
Where we started.
Over here.
Yeah, where we spawned.
Wait, there's a base at the very bottom of the map, isn't there? I'm pretty sure the base is under the map. Yeah. The bases are under the map, dude.
No, dude, watch. You collect the case. Obviously, you can't get back up here now.
So, what do I need to do down here?
You collect the case and you run towards the area and it delivers it. You don't drive off the track because you're just stuck down there. So obviously we're going to continue and then you're just going to take and...
I'm just going to take a briefcase real quick.
Yeah, and then just go...
So we're going to press replay real quick and then we're going to get off. After I do this
it's not replay, it would be continue.
Yeah, continue.
And when the 7 rounds is up... Oh, well, we don't even have to click that. When the 7 rounds is up...
Round 3.
Obviously, we would all vote free mode. You don't want to replay, and you don't want to pick a different job. It would be free mode. And then once we all get back in free mode, we'll do a driver swap. And then those guys will join the job with me.
Get $200. I think it depends on how long we're playing the game.
Yeah, well, you might as well just finish collecting them, dude. At least you'll get some money.
Because if we were just to stand there for a minute, I'd get pretty good cash.
I think it's better to break it up because then yeah we could do a driver swap every 30 minutes.
Probably all this cash I'm collecting right now, I'm just gonna save to RP night for snacks.
So you think this is gonna be a fun event?
Well, here's the thing, we have RP still on Friday night, don't we?
Right, that's why it's Saturday night.
So what time are we gonna start it on Saturday?
Like I said, this particular race will start at 3:40, and that's probably when all the races will start.
AM or PM?
PM, dude. We'll be racing into the AM hours.
I'm probably gonna get in trouble for staying up that long.
Like, the 24-hour races will be complete 24 hours. The 16 might be from 3:40 in the afternoon to, like, 2. You know? Stuff like that. And I have a stopwatch pulled up on my laptop.
For the 24 hours.
Yeah, it's set for 24 hours.
Honestly, I could be the flagger or whatever.
Yeah, if you want to do that. Basically, obviously, you can't have a green flag in your hand. So you'll just say green flag, you know?
Can I
Or
just say green flag every lap, or...
green flag every restart and the start of the race. Obviously, when the when we're through 7 rounds and have to come back in to the job, you won't say green flag because we'll be continuing under green. But if there's a caution, what will happen is the person involved will tell you, you'll say yellow flag, caution's out, or actually just say tower's called a caution. And then we'll all, like, you know, obviously slow down, get behind the pace car. Red flag if it's a pretty bad wreck.
And everyone is required to stop when they get back to the thing.
Right.
40,000?
If the wreck is on the front stretch, like in that killer turn, which is probably will be where the most red flags are gonna be, then we would go past that and stop right where the start finish line is, behind the pace car.
I'm gonna go ahead and bookmark this job. Does it that save it, basically?
I don't know. But anyway.
I got 20,000. The heck?
Anyway, keep in mind though, when a red flag comes out, the timer stops. So
this is going to be one long thing. So can I just go play any job I want to?
It's different if you want to. It's different from NASCAR. And it's different from a caution, because a caution, the timer continues, but a red flag and that timer's stopping. And obviously, if we're about to lap a car, then you would say, blue and yellow stripe flag is out, and that tells the driver that we're about to lap that we're coming and we're faster than him. Obviously, black flag, that's if somebody, like, does something illegal, like purposely spins somebody out, then you can black flag them to where. But in this case, black flag means you have to serve a stop and go penalty on pit road, and it's for like 10 seconds, and then they get back in the race. Obviously, you got the white flag, which means final lap. So when I say okay, dark, the timer has expired, when we come back around to the start finish line, you'll say white flag, and then that means final lap, like I said. So we'll go around one more time, and then obviously when we come back around, you would say checkered flag.
This dude that just joined me, I guess that he never drives planes. How have I been kicked from a mission? How is there not enough players?
So yeah, does that make sense since you chose the flagger job? Keep your racing suit that you have, because flaggers, the officials, they wear fireproof suits as well. All of
In
them do.
case there's an explosive thing or anything.
Yeah, right. So basically, let's say there's a fire that occurs right next to the flag stand, then obviously
They need
that...
to be able to get out of there.
Right. So keep your fire suit that you're wearing. Obviously, you can switch your helmet to an open face helmet, because you wouldn't need that helmet you're wearing if you're not competing. Do you see yourself driving like the Formula 1 cars? Like when we put them there on that road course?
I would definitely like to drive a Formula 1.
I want to drive a rally car, so I can't wait to put the rally cars out there.
We also need to make our own drag track creator. I might actually go make one real quick. That'd be something fun to do every so often.
Yeah, I'll be an official, okay?
Well, if I start from my dark RP community, I definitely do RP, like drag racing RPs. Would you want to cross over drag racing RPs?
Like, what do you mean?
To where your RP community starts doing a drag racing RP every Wednesday?
I'll see what... We'll have to see what they think. Oh, don't forget, there's no training Monday. Or tomorrow, I mean. Because we're doing the final exam week.
Yeah.
So... Alright, well, I'm gonna hop off.
Okay.
I'll just wait till tomorrow to take that Don't let me forget, I have to take that Formula 1 car out of there. Because I don't want people like... Well, I thought this was IMSA, not IndyCar. But yeah, dude, it's gonna be fun. In the entire season, we're gonna have 3 of the races will be rovals. The rest will be just a plain road course. That's gonna be fun though when we put the rally cars on there, because it's a super speedway, it's a road course, but obviously, eventually they will do the oval, but they're gonna do the road course, just like NASCAR. They're doing the road course in real life. So the first race will be the road course, and then they'll do the oval, which obviously you'll know it's an oval race because I'll take those 2 containers blocking the track and move them in front of the entrance to the road course and the exit to road course.
Hey, nice car.
And when we do the oval, obviously it'll be laps, not an hour. Like, it may be anywhere from 30 laps to 50. It'll be 60 laps for the NASCAR, and it will be 50 for Formula 1 and IndyCar, 40 for rally car, 30 for drift truck, and this is the oval. You know, and then so on. Like 20 for motorcycles and stuff like that. I don't know, well, I don't think I'm gonna I don't think I'm gonna have the motorcycles do the road course, or not the road course. I don't think I'm gonna have the motorcycles do the oval. But anyway, I'm gonna hop off now.
I was about to see if you wanted to try to load into one of my races.
I will tomorrow because I gotta like get all my stuff together for school.
Yeah, you definitely ain't gonna make a 100-point checkpoint race then.
All right, well I'll see you, dude.
Bye.
I'm going to